Welcome to Good Food, my top 3 favorite comfort food recipes. My third favorite recipe is cheesy tater tot meatloaf casserole. Okay, we're just going to make our sauce, which is just basically barbecue sauce and some ketchup. Now you can use any kind of barbecue sauce that you have. And we're just going to combine these together. And we'll stir this all up. This is just such an easy sauce to make for this recipe. You could use homemade barbecue sauce. I just use some from a jar. Set this aside and then we'll grab our ground beef. You could use ground turkey or ground chicken. And then we're going to add our crushed crackers. You could use breadcrumbs if you like. Then we're going to add 2 packages of onion soup mix. We'll add in our eggs and half of that barbecue ketchup sauce. And I'm just going to mix this all together. Add some red peppers, but you could just add any kind of vegetables you like. And we'll mix this up with our hands just to make sure everything is incorporated well. Once we get this all mixed together, we're going to transfer this to our baking dish. I sprayed a 9 by 13 baking dish. This is a great recipe that you could use for an evening meal or even bring to a potluck dinner. Put this into our baking dish. Then we'll just press it in so that it's even, so that it can evenly cook. Then we're going to spread the rest of our barbecue ketchup sauce on top. This recipe really takes no time at all to assemble. It's just the cooking time. You need about an hour or so for that. Spread this evenly over our ground beef mixture. Then we're going to layer our frozen tater tots on top. I use a whole bag for this recipe. Then we're going to sprinkle our cheese on top. And you can play around with whatever kind of cheese you like. I'm just using a cheddar and mozzarella mix here. But you could add Monterey Jack, you could do a Tex-Mex. And then after we sprinkle this, we're going to just add a little bit of bacon bits on top. We'll cover this pan up and we will bake it in the oven at 350 for about 35 minutes. Then take the foil off and then we will bake it again for another 40 minutes until the ground beef is cooked all the way through. Let it sit for about 5 minutes, which will make it much easier to serve. Enjoy! My second favorite recipe is creamy red pepper pasta. Please see the full recipe in the description down below. We're going to heat our olive oil over medium-high heat. At the same time, you can cook your pasta to the pasta directions on your packaging. We'll add our sausage, our chicken, and our onions. And we're going to saute these and cook till the chicken is cooked through and the sausage is crumbled and brown. We'll drain any excess fat once this is all cooked through. And then we'll put in our garlic, and our Italian seasoning. We'll cook that up and then we'll add our flour. We'll stir that until it is incorporated and browned, usually about 1 minute. Then we're slowly going to add in our red pepper mixture, which is our chicken stock and our roasted red peppers that we blended. Then we'll add our tomato sauce as well. Then we're going to bring this to a boil and then we'll reduce the heat and simmer. We want to continue simmering this until it's slightly thickened, and then we'll add in our pasta. This recipe usually makes about enough for a family of 4 with leftovers the next day, which is great for lunches. Now that we've added our pasta, we'll also add our heavy cream, and we'll stir that so that it's all heated through. Season this with some salt and pepper. And then add our Parmesan cheese. And stir in our basil. It's ready to serve. If you would like to see a specific recipe, please leave a comment below. Thanks for watching. And the #1 favorite recipe is creamy sausage potato casserole. Okay, we're just going to start prepping our casserole. And I'm going to start with just chopping up a white onion. You could use a regular white onion or a sweet onion. And we're going to slice our peeled potatoes. I use a mandolin, but you may just, if you don't have one, just slice them very thinly. I used a russet potato for this recipe, but a yellow potato would work as well. Slicing them thin will help make them cook quicker. We're going to take our Italian sausage and we're going to brown this. I used a mild Italian sausage. You could use a spicy one if you like. You could just use regular sausage. It will change the profile of the flavor, but that's what cooking's about, experimenting. So once this is browned, we're going to drain off any excess fat. And then we're going to add our onion. And we're going to cook this until the onions become translucent. This recipe is a great for dinner. You could use this for a brunch. Alright, so now we are going to just add our mixture into a bowl. And we're going to add some sour cream. I use a full-fat sour cream. And then we're going to add a can of cream of mushroom soup. And I just add the milk that we're going to add to our recipe inside the can. Give it a stir to get all the leftover cream of mushroom soup. And we'll add a bit of salt, a bit of pepper, and some shredded cheddar cheese. And again, you could use whatever cheese you choose to. It will just change a bit of the flavor. So we'll stir this up. Make sure it's well stirred. Everything's incorporated. And then we will assemble our casserole. So I have a 9 by 13 pan and I have sprayed this, and then we're just going to put a layer of potatoes in the pan. And then we're going to add our sausage mix. So we'll add half of this mixture to our pan. And we'll spread this out evenly over the potatoes. And then we are going to add another layer on top of this of the potatoes. This really doesn't take long to cook, or actually to assemble, but cooking takes about an hour. Then we'll add the rest of our sausage mixture. And then we're going to add some drizzled melted butter on top. This will help brown it up. We're going to cover this with foil, and we'll bake this in a 375-degree oven for around 45 minutes. Then you're going to take the foil off and let it cook for another 15 minutes or so until the potatoes are tender and the top is nice and brown. Let it sit for a few minutes before you serve. Enjoy! Please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Here are 2 more of my videos you may be interested in. Thanks for watching.